Seamstress Andrea Cade is suing former client Colette Francel for the unpaid balance for a custom wedding dress and tuxedo jacket.
Miss Cade, you made a wedding dress and a tuxedo jacket for the defendant?
Yes, ma'am.
I assume this is the dress, and I assume that that's the jacket. So you made it over a period of months. And there were many fittings?
Yes.
According to the complaint, prior to the last fitting, which required some hemming, you were hospitalized?
Yes.
And you delivered Tad both the tuxedo jacket, which you say was completed, and the dress delivered to the defendant. She gave a check to the person who delivered it for the balance due, which was $350, and then she canceled that check?
Yes. She put a stop payment on that check and canceled it.
So you're suing for the balance due for the two items?
Yes.
The defendant says that you did not, in fact, first let's understand, you did in fact wear both of those items. Both you and your wife wore those two items to the wedding, correct?
After they were fixed. Yes, Your Honor.
But you wore them to the wedding?
Yes, to the wedding.
And it cost you, according to you, and I assume you have a receipt, $200?
Yes.
To complete them? So right now, you're ahead $150. I don't know how you do math, but if the balance due to her was $350 and you had to complete the job for $200 and you canceled the check, that means you're up $150? Your Honor, do you understand what I'm saying?
I understand what we're saying.
And your counterclaim is money owed to finish the wedding dress of $200, but you already canceled her check for $350. You owe her $350, so you're ahead $150. So how can you have a counterclaim?
I have a counterclaim, Your Honor.
Are you understanding my question?
Yes, you're up $150.
So how can you have a counterclaim?
She doesn't mention the original $650 I'd already paid her.
That's all right. You wore both the jacket and the dress to the wedding?
Yes, Your Honor.
You owed her a balance of $350.
Yes.
You canceled that check, so that $350 is still in your pocket. You took out $200, according to you, to pay somebody to complete the jacket and the dress you took out of your pocket. That's what you said in your answer, which means that you still have $150 in your pocket.
Your Honor, the $350 was the finished work. I asked her to finish the dress according to our final fitting. I have photos, Your Honor, to show you of the final fitting.
Miss Francois, not you hearing me.
Yes, I hear you.
You're ahead $150. How can you have a counterclaim?
Because I paid her $350 for a finished job that she didn't finish. I had to have somebody else finish it so I could wear the dress. It was ill-fitting, hung like I was a fat cow, and I even told her so I want an empire waist. She made an out waist. The thing hung on me, so I had a photo taken of me with my hands at my waist, pushing the fabric back so at least it looks semi-flattering.
I don't understand. So what does any of that have to do with the fact that you still have $150 in your pocket? Now, you wore the two items to the wedding, right?
So I had somebody else fix this for the $200. Actually, I have the copy of the check, Your Honor. It's $150 and the gas and everything. And I added just a little bit more. But I have a copy of the check I wrote to Andrea for the $650. I also have another check that my wife Kai wrote to Andrea Cade for Tussitator, Andrea Cater.
Just a second. That's all fine. What I'm saying to you is, at the end of the day, you owed her a balance for a jacket and a dress for her. You to wear to your wedding. You gave her a check for $350. Then you whipped up the check by calling your bank and putting a stop payment on it. And according to you, you had to spend $200, which I'm sure you have a check for another seamstress to finish the dress. So you have the $350. That was the balance owed. You paid somebody $200. That means you're ahead of the game with two finished products, and you have $150 in your pocket.
The story starts a lot further down than that. I had hired Andrea to do an alteration on a dress I'd already bought. This is where it starts.
Miss Francel, I don't care. Bottom line, this is a Reader's Digest version of the Scopes trial. You ordered a dress. She didn't finish the dress. You ordered a jacket. According to you, she didn't finish the jacket. It's not that she didn't do any work. She did work. And it cost you $200 to finish the work to the extent that you were able to wear both items to the wedding.
That is right.
But you had canceled her check for $350. Now all you have to do is prove to me that you paid somebody else $200 to finish it, and then I'll give her $150. And then this case is finished. Can I see the amount that you paid to somebody else to finish the two products? Well, this is to somebody for $150. Oh, you said.
And I added the excess of mileage and gas and printing into that.
Okay, so instead of $150, you owe her $200. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of ex apiaceia. Finished, Jules. Thank you very much. Thank you.